Hey, folks, go over to YouTube, Patreon, EddiePepitone.com for everything Apocalypse Soon. And now, let's get into the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful huskies walking towards us in the setting sun. Little boys, flowers, bees landing on trees. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside, and we're here. The sun's coming down, but the podcast is coming up, and so is he. Hello. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Hey, everybody, and we have a beautiful husky giving us a visit. Hi, big guy. Welcome to Pep Talks, the podcast with no upside, but doggies love us, by the way. We're here in NoHo Park, and a beautiful husky just visited. Oh, we have another husky. It's Husky Day. Hello.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
This is and folks, we're glad you could join us. This is the dog episode.
This is the dog episode.
We've been waiting a while to do an episode that really focuses on dogs. And today we're going to do everything about a dog, from chasing balls to loyalty. That's one thing a lot of people don't talk about a lot, is how loyal, in general and specifically,
yes,
dogs are loyal. What do you think of that? Look at
beautifully
these guys.
loyal. Yeah, my dog is annoyingly loyal sometimes. You know, I mean,
I don't think any kind of loyalty is annoying unless it's cloying.
Yeah,
Cloying, C-L-O-Y-I-N-G.
Yeah.
If it's cloying, that's annoying.
and it rhymes, which I also love.
Rhyming is a big part of podcasting these days.
Oh, yes, sir.
But we're dedicating this to dogs, and the first thing me and Kevin wanted to do tonight was the woof off.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where me and Kevin challenge each other to who has the most realistic dog bark.
Okay.
And now we flipped a coin, and I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And this is the woof off. And then me and Kevin decide who had the best bark.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to be biased, but we'll try to be objective. Here we go. Here's mine. And that's mine. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Dude, they're looking.
Are they?
Oh yeah. They know what's going on. I'm gonna do my best Saint Bernard, which is woof, 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 woof.
That is so bad. I won that one easily.
All right, it's fine.
All right, so that's our woof off.
Dude, I did want to. There was a part of me that wanted to start howling to
You
get these,
should've.
but these dogs will start going nuts.
You should have howled.
All these huskies, dude.
No, you're right, though. We don't want to upset them.
Yeah, upset them.
We don't. Well, anyway, that was the woof off. And in the next thing we wanted to do about dogs is we wanted to really kind of get in depth about what goes on when a dog is chasing a ball or a stick, and what's the difference. Here's something.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a dog chasing a ball? Okay, and I'm talking about a Spalding, a household, the common household ball.
Yeah.
Not a disco ball. I mean, that'll hurt the dog. It's usually glass, fine glass.
Not a good for the dog. It's bad.
Balls can be so much fun if they're handled properly.
Oh, I say that a lot.
Folks, as a matter of fact, the people at Balls are our sponsor.
Yes.
For today, right?
They are.
Talk about balls, and your experience with them.
Are you tired of going to regular sporting goods stores where they have everything? They got bats. They got golf.
Too many choices.
I want balls.
Too many choices.
And that's all I've ever wanted. And that's why I started the company Balls, where we exclusively sell balls. You want small balls? We got them. You want big balls? No problem. You want ridiculous size balls? We got those too, pal. Come in now. Ask about financing. We'll set you up with the biggest balls in town.
Balls. We'll see you there, baby.
See you there. I could see the driving in the highway and you see the sign pass. The balls.
Dogs. So we're going to We're going to incorporate dogs into everything today. Let's start with the guided meditation, and it'll be very dog-centric, okay?
I love it. Okay, all right. And now you hear the keys jingle in the distance, indicating one of your favorite things on this episode of Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
I hope you're in loose-fitting clothing with your first in-breath. I want you to breathe in the fact that your master came home with snacks. Your master came home with bags of steak. Your master came home with a knife in the middle of his forehead. And the wife still got on him. The wife was saying, how come you came home with a knife in the middle of your forehead, Biff? And Biff didn't waste one moment. He pulled the knife out of his forehead and flung it into the wall and said, you see that knife? And she said, yeah, that knife is gonna be refurbished. We are going to sharpen that knife. We are going to make sure that knife doesn't just have a shitty little life. So, with your first in-breath, right? Everybody? With your first in-breath, I want you to breathe in the fact, what would the anxiety be for a whaler in the Atlantic Ocean and a modern-day hurricane, which we already had a Category 5 at the beginning of the season, which is unprecedented. And I think there's going to be a few Category 8s and Category... And once it hits Category 9, that's when you stop, drop, kiss your ass goodbye. With your next out-breath, I want you to breathe out the fact that you realize you're not a wizard. Breathe out the fact that you're not a wizard. You're just a person trying to get by the best you can. Breathe that out. Won't you?
Remember that this guided meditation is brought to you by the Nabisco cookies. You ever been at an ATM and someone puts a gun in your back and says, keep going, and he makes you take out all your money? Well, Nabisco made a cookie for that. It's called I Just Want to Live. It's a good cookie that has a lot of danger in it. Nabisco, we're here for you.
And now, with your final in-breath, I want you to breathe in all the dust and the pollen and the mold and the pollution and the particulates, everything. I want you to breathe it in. And I want you to realize that you...
We interrupt this program to give you a bulletin on the guy who killed everybody yesterday. You're listening to the Drunk Network. I think it's yesterday, right, Bob?
Yeah, it's yesterday, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shot it.
Now, I'm sorry, but our research guy he's in a coma.
I've had a hard time.
He's in a coma, isn't he?
Yeah, I am in a coma, technically.
Not you.
No, I am.
Oh.
I actually am.
Well, we just want to say here at the Junk Network TDN that if you're watching, please drink. Oh, feel good.
And now back to guided meditation for dogs with Eddie Pepitone.
May your woof be the breath under your wings.
Thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
I felt like that was a good little chunk.
Oh.
A little convoluted, but I think we're getting on the right track, and the Pepitone Tinkin Apocalypse Soon engine is starting to go a little bit.
Oh, we're trucking. I feel the Maxes of the world that have a problem with the Italian Alien. We might be creating some new ones with all this Nabisco ad money we've been getting lately.
By the way, I wanted to do, and I know I'm kind of veering off topic here, but I wanted to put in a good word for a good movie I saw. If you guys are looking for a movie, there aren't that many good movies that come out these days. I don't think.
What'd you say?
I haven't hit a lot of indie film, but this one was called Thelma.
Oh.
And it's about a woman, older. It's all about old people kind of like just reclaiming and realizing their youth is gone.
Wow.
And that's why here. And Nabisco, is your youth gone? No more semen?
No more semen. Your youth is gone. Accept your new identity, and here we are.
Seamen, they're always going to places like the Pacific Ocean. Hey, did you know a seaman in the Baltic Sea, Kev?
I did.
Seaman. Always not a great thing.
Not always a great thing.
Seaman.
So
anyway, see the movie Thelma.
Yeah. So it's about you said it's a lot of old people. I recalled it was about something about her getting her identity stolen or something.
She got scammed. Thelma, the lead character played by June Squibb, really funny, good woman. Anyway, this movie is fucking, it's smart, funny, and really gets you.
Yeah.
So anyway, Thelma, big thumbs up for Thelma.
I haven't seen it.
So many people talk about movies on podcasts. I never really wanted to do that.
Well, there's there's a lot of them out there, but you see something, you like it, and you have a particular taste too. That I think a lot of our viewers, if you like something, chances are they're going to like something.
Yeah,
and that's why a lot of people listen to pornography in their car.
Have you seen a good movie lately you want to recommend?
We've been watching Killing Eve on Netflix, which is a series. We've been watching that a lot lately, which is basically about this female spy or basically a female assassin working for this underground secret agency, and it's it gets wild. It gets wild. A lot of passion.
What's it called?
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So you recommend it?
Yeah, I would recommend it for sure. Yeah, it's a good show. Especially the first season was like we got sucked in.
And this is a segment of the show we're going to recommend things to you. I also want to recommend, if you're going to eat tuna, right?
Please, here we go.
I recommend the very best, Try to get the very best. What is your opinion on that? And I mean, oil and water, tuna in oil, tuna in water. Do you have a preference?
Absolutely. Yeah, I like white albacore tuna in water.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a very clean, extremely antiseptic.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I have my tuna boiled in bleach.
Oh, you got
Just to really clean it up, and I'll
That's
send
right.
it to a dry cleaner. Have you ever had your tuna dry cleaned?
Well, here at Nabisco, we certainly have.
Every time we get it at Nabisco.
Nabisco has more than you could shake a fucking stick out. I'll tell you that much.
That's right, Pops.
I had my stomach taken out recently. And you know what? I gave my stomach to science. I'm trying to get it back from science, and science not picking up the phone.
I don't know why that struck me as funny.
Dude, the Nabisco throws. The Nabisco has its hold on you at this point. I think they've really.
Well,
you're in the warm embrace of Nabisco.
I am right now, but we should also vary it up, right? Were we doing a bit? I forgot.
I think we were doing a bit, but I can't really remember.
You remember which one?
But I do have a recommendation for something.
What do you got?
A book.
What?
The Heroin Diaries by Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. It is.
Oh, is it just like true to life tales?
It's literally his diary from the time when Motley Crue was at their height, and he was completely just in the atmosphere on heroin and cocaine and like dying a couple of times, but it's also him coming to a good end on it, where he gets sober and he has this big life change and everything. But it's amazing, yeah, and
cool.
It also will make you not want to do drugs, those kind of drugs at least. But it's great. I listened to it on audiobook on Audible, and I've listened to it multiple times.
Oh, multiple times?
Oh yeah. Oh,
whoa!
yeah.
What
It's a good
got you?
one.
Like, what was the big pull for you of the book? Like, what was the hook for you?
His hallucinations, and his also coming to the realization of it being bad for him, kind of the whole time. Even in the early things, it's like he talks about it like, oh, fucking rock and roll, man, like all that shit. But he also is like, he knows it's killing him. But so you see this long journey of a few years of a guy basically trying to kill himself, and it's his diary entries.
Is the thing that gets you is that he's very honest about? Is he vulnerable? Very vulnerable?
Completely vulnerable. And they do a lot of interviews with his family and stuff, so what was going on around that time, and his family is just fucked up. Like, it's just like where he came from is just wild. So yeah, they interview his mom, and then him and his mom get in a spat, and they interview his manager and the other band members and things like that.
Wow.
So they'll have it from the viewpoint of the diary, and then have other people talk about what's going on in his life during that particular diary entry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. It's pretty good. It's great. And I like when I'm doing long road trips, I want to throw something on that's entertaining. That's one of them, Right. The guy's shooting up heroin. I'm like, I'm not falling asleep. This is interesting. Do you ever listen to audiobooks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of... I've been doing a lot of YouTube lectures.
Oh,
and
really?
the lectures are from Ram Dass. My stuff, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Ram Dass, Chris Hedges, which I go spiritual to, like, wanting to know how the power structure here on Earth works.
Yeah.
And who controls the levers of power. But also I realize that ultimately that's secondary to me finding a spiritual core that I can live through and, be able to take this life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it could be so heavy if you don't have perspective on this stuff, man. I mean, everything comes and goes. Everything fucking comes and goes.
Yeah, somebody was...
this too shall pass, whatever you want to say it.
Yeah. No, I'm reading a Thich Nhat Hanh. I got a Thich Nhat Hanh.
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah.
Which one?
I think I sent you the screenshot. The Art of Living.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
And
that's a great one.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like I've got to have those little
I made a mistake.
handholds.
Yeah,
On
I made
what?
a mistake with that book. I thought the title was what was the title?
I think The Art of Living.
The Art of Living, and I got The Art of Living poorly. And I started following its precepts, Like one of the things they said is that, Eddie, you should have your dick out at train stations. And I think that's, I don't know why I thought that was a good move.
I mean, it gets hot out there in the train station.
By the way, I'm realizing that's really material in this day and age to be like, comedian Eddie Pepitone talked about his dick being out at a train station. The society has gone to complete shit.
Hey, Eddie, when you want a good meal, you want it now. No hoops, no BS. Mint Mobile actually makes it simple to get wireless plan for $15 a month. Did you know that?
I didn't know there was something that cheap, but is this service good?
Oh, right now, all of their 3-month plans are $15 a month, including their unlimited plan. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on all the nation's largest 5G networks, Eddie.
Wow, that sounds like top of the line to me.
They're on the best networks.
How can you beat that? Even, you know what you should do is get it for a month or two and see how it works. What do you have to lose? It's $15 a month.
You have
and
so
then
little
cancel
to
it
lose.
if it sucks.
It's great for young people because you don't have to commit. And if you got an old iPhone or whatever, you can just pop the SIM in and use it. And that's what we do for our kids. So it's nice to have that. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless planner, just $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/pep. That's mintmobile.com/pep. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/pep. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer on a first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes and fees and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
And, all right, that was pretty good, Tinkin, but now this time, do it like you have a secret. Go!
When you want a good deal, you want it now.
What do you keep? Yeah, you're hiding something. Read it like you're hiding something.
No hoops. No BS.
You're hiding something, Kevin.
No.
Cut.
Yeah. What? It was the acting that
What
good?
the fuck? By the way, that's what the Christian fascists who now are running this fucking country through the Trump bullshit, right? Those guys are nasty. The Christian fascists.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
Oh, I mean,
Because you come from, the church.
Yeah, I mean, the strongest held.
But these people want to fucking control things and control people's behavior. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. I don't like any of that shit.
Right.
No, I never have. And, it's always been one of those things. It's like you're a kid that's raised. But the abortion thing was probably literally the only thing that was ever like a thing that I had to, address or whatever. But, not in my own life or anything. But, as far as my opinion on it,
Yeah. Well, anyway, I
as a
just
Christian,
think
you're pretty much
Christian fascists-
pro-life,
Yeah, but, these motherfuckers are, intolerant. And that is, if you're practicing a quote-unquote religion, a precepts to live by,
Yeah.
one of the things that any religion will say and preach is tolerance, not intolerance. And that's
Absolutely.
the big fucking, disconnect, and also evil. It's evil in the sheep's clothing of we're following God's word.
Yeah, no, it's that people misusing religion too is
They've done it throughout history, but
yes.
I mean,
It's gross. That's disgusting. Because, and as a guy who was growing up in the church, because I never saw.
which part of the
anything
church
like
did you grow up in?
The corner.
Yeah, I grew up in a steeple. I'll tell you, I got a lot of friends who grew up in a pantry there. The church pantry. where all the meals are made. I said I wanted the steeple. I like the narrow,
You've always had a good life up there in the steeple.
I always had a good life up there. Nobody could see what I was doing, which was good because I used to rub a sheet on the bottom of my ball. Anyway, I just want to do a shout out to a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He just lost all of his what the hell? He just lost all.
Skin?
No.
Welcome to What Did His Friend Lose? Welcome to What Did His Friend Lose? Our sponsor is
Nabisco. Nabisco. You ever look into the sun, directly into the sun, and say, I shouldn't have done that?
I'm staring in the sun for Nabisco.
We made a cookie about it. It's called Blinded. It's a short brand. Nabisco, we're here for you.
Bite into a blinding. So the kid that lives in a steeple, he's giving shout outs.
Yeah. We were talking about church. Yeah. We were getting serious about, people who use religion
Yes.
as a weapon. It's the opposite of spirituality, of sacred. It's a narcissistic individual, and that's what has taken a hold of this country, this bucking narcissism,
Oh, yeah. Big.
selfishness,
Yep.
like really selfish.
It's hard. I think the pandemic changed a lot of people. And I think we were already down a path, and then the pandemic, I think, really it kind of broke people up from their social hubs and their communities a little bit,
For a while.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a little bit, we're seeing the effects of that, and then of course just the Trumps of the world and the general discord. But I mean, I'll tell you what, Eddie,
Yeah.
these clouds are pretty pink, aren't they? I tell you, these clouds sure are beautiful over here.
Welcome to the podcast that describes everything that you can't see. Folks,
The moon's in the sky, and it's
we have a
gorgeous.
half moon. We have a half moon you can't see. It's gorgeous.
It is beautiful. I'm gonna get
Against the dappled sky, dappled with cotton or clouds, as they say, and the sun shining its last remnants, the sun's light, which never goes out, by the way. The sun's light never goes out. Think about that, folks. The earth turns around the sun. By the way, does the sun turn as well?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't actually know that.
Oh, fuck you. Welcome to the Vicious Professor.
That's great. Yes.
Son, do you know how the sun rotates?
No, I don't.
Fuck you. Get out of my class.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted
He-
to answer that.
He ruled with an iron fist.
Hey, Prof.
Yeah?
I've been having trouble grasping the concepts lately of, Isaac Newton and
Hey,
whatnot. and-
here's a suggestion how you could maybe you could grasp this. Ready?
Yeah, okay.
Ready?
Hold on. Let me get a notepad out.
Yeah, get a notepad.
Yeah,
you
hold
got
on,
it?
hold on.
Yeah. Take your
Oh,
time.
I got to sharpen my pencil real quick. Sorry.
Sharpen your pencil.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Hey.
Now get out of my fucking class.
I thought you were supposed to have hours.
The brutal professor at Stanford University. Stanford University had such a good reputation, except for Professor Moriarty.
Let me tell you something. If you don't get a 9 out of 10 on this quiz, I'm going to fucking find your family. I'm going to find your family, and I'm going to kill them.
Oh, come on, Prof.
Oh, you can bet your bottom dollar on it.
He was one of the greatest minds at the college, and yet one of the worst people to interact with.
All right, everybody. As we know, Jupiter's gaseous, as is the wife.
Sir?
Yeah.
Is all of Jupiter just all gas?
Yeah. It's all gas,
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
it's all like... It's all something that we all love.
Is your wife being gaseous going to be on the test?
I just want to sing a song. I just want to sing a tune. I know we're in the middle of a podcast, but I just want to sing with you. Oh, hummily diddly diddly fiddly, hummily diddly fiddly, hummily diddly diddly fiddly, hummily diddly fiddly. Fascism is here, fascism is here, fascism has finally come to America. It's with the Christian fascists who are nutbags with guns and bows. Oh, fascism has come to America. Fascism has come to America. That's because there are greedy, greedy people in the world, the billionaires. Trillionaires, those motherfuckers are the reason why these groups like the Christian fascists fill a vacuum left by corporate greed. Let's fill a vacuum left by corporate greed. Let's fill the Bushka. Bushka. That's Bushka, right? Oh, you were running out here. I know. I lost the talking to. Who, the new one? What's his name? Thelma. Look, everybody. Thelma's here. Hi, Thelma. You got big shoes to fill. Bushk was such a great doggy.
This one completely different.
Oh, yeah. Huh? I saw him running with the ball.
Running with the ball, love.
Sa-
Soma.
Oh, you
Simone?
Simone.
Soma? Soma?
There's
Soma.
a nickname from
Simo. 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 Yes.
Good to see you.
Meet you, Simo. Simo. Okay. See you guys. Well,
Bye.
that was a great. That was this the podcast? I'm forgetting now. But is this the podcast dedicated to the dogs? Did we start it out like
I think
that?
it was, yes. Yeah. I think it was.
Well, that
I mean,
is
it's
part
right
of the
there.
podcast. Now, did everybody see Simo?
I took a video, so I'll throw that in there.
That's great.
Yeah, he's a cute
Anyway,
little Frenchie.
I will stop a podcast for a French bulldog. Maybe we should do a bit since we kind of got off the rails with that one a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, we should go back to our mailbag.
Oh, let's do it.
Because we have we of course at Eddie Pepitone or Eddie Pep Podcast at gmail.com. You can send us an email. We had Doug V that sent us an email.
What do you say?
Thank you for the quality content delivered at reasonable prices. Not everyone with a podcast has the chops for it, but you definitely do. Thank you. I was overjoyed a few weeks ago to hear Eddie almost in one of my favorite movies of all time, Ghost
Dog, yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai.
Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah, he mentions him.
I brushed souls with Jim Jarmusch. Not close enough, though, because he didn't, but he hired me.
Oh, that's amazing.
But, I was tertiary to the whole fucking thing, and it was ridiculous. But anyway, I got to hang out with Forrest Whitaker for a second
Yep.
and a makeup trailer, and met a couple of the other real great character actors that Jarmusch uses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm forgetting famous dudes, but underground famous, like Cassavetes type dudes.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, Ghost Dog is great.
In one scene, I can see Eddie fitting perfectly into the Jarmuschian hallucination of Harlem. While at the same time, I can't imagine what he would have to say to Forrest Whitaker, the insane black samurai mafia hitman. or any of the other colorful characters of that film. I would love to hear more about the experience, which you gave me. In the meantime, if it's okay with you, I'll continue to imagine the scene where Forrest Whitaker gets into the cab on a bright summer day and hears from the front seat of the driver muttering to himself, the rain, the rain. The rain came down like blood sugar during an insulin spike. It came down like interest rates when corporations decide it's time to fuck with honest Americans again for a while. Your friend Doug from Connecticut.
Doug, thank you, man. That was a great email. And folks, we encourage people to email us.
Yes.
What is the email address again?
Eddie Pep Podcast at gmail.com.
Can you say that a little slow for the crowd?
Eddie Pep Podcast at gmail.com.
That's very brown.
Yeah, we got one from Aaron Lutz. Aaron Lutz Kenoy. Hey, saw you in Woodstock show last week. You
shit.
Killed.
Oh, shit.
Being from old Brooklyn with a family in Hudson Valley, I've witnessed the big new yuppie money takeover and all the moral decline of it all.
Oh.
The dichotomy of the working class rage and NPR voice really hits for me. These end times require your type of funny. Keep it popping for the people, Aaron.
Aaron, thank you.
Yeah.
But Aaron was at the show I did with Chris Gethard and Keegan Tinsdale. Really great guy, Keegan, and me and Gethard. And it was at Bearsville Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Aaron is talking to the fact that, a lot of big money is going up into the Hudson Valley, especially since the pandemic. Everybody wants space and like people are just looking for escape routes.
Yeah.
That really is true, isn't it?
Welcome to Looking for Escape Routes. I'm your host, Pete Johnson. And today, we're going to look for an escape route to get out of a goddamn real pickle. What pickle is this, Chad?
Well, this would be the pickle of life. It's the pickle that we all seem to be in, where we're striving towards something, but we're not sure we're enjoying it. And, of course, the powers that be continue to pummel us every day with the fact that we are less than financially.
Have you ever been pummeled in an alley? Nabisco has. And we have a cookie for that incident. We called it Get Off Me! Nabisco, we're here for you.
It's delicious. Ah, fantastic. Fantastic.
Ted, it is a great day for a hurricane. We are sitting here on the side of the road, and we're just waiting for the next superstorm to destroy most of a bunch of communities, and then to read about that in the newspaper and watch it on television.
That's right, Bill. My wife left me earlier this morning. I have nothing to live for. Saw the hurricane was on its way. Figured I'd see some people get picked up and then get picked up myself.
Bill, it's always good to be picked up. I love getting picked up even at my age and my weight. I love when someone just puts me in a bear hug, picks me up, puts me over his or her head, and says, "You're a big boy. You're a big boy."
To be embraced in the warm arms of Mother Nature's 870-mile-an-hour winds in this beautiful country is the way I'm ready to go.
You're a Big Boy is brought to you by Bob's Big Boy. I know it's too on the nose, but it's true. You're a Big Boy is brought to you by Bob's Big Boy.
Every once in a while in broadcasting, you get a situation where your sponsor happens to just line right up with what's happening on the screen, and we like to thank Bob's Big Boy for their great deals, and of course the Big Boy himself.
We did a shortage. We did a podcast recently about the water shortage in the world, and its sponsor was Nestle.
The irony rolling hard, Nestle now owning most of the water.
The irony coming down like an insolent shot into a diabetic.
The irony is coming down harder than a javelin thrown by an Olympic medalist into the grass.
Bum, bum, bum. Welcome to In the Grass.
We're in the grass, man. We're out here, man.
We're in the grass, man.
We're out here at the National Javelin
Hey, man.
contest.
That's a military copter, man.
man.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Smoke weed, man.
Yeah, man. Live
Smoke
free,
weed.
dude. Make love, not war.
Make
man.
love, not alcohol.
Yeah.
Make love, not alcohol. Every motherfucker that makes their own wine. It sucks, man. My friend's apartment bathtub wine. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Bathtub wine? Bathtub wine?
Where you from?
Me? I'm from Tasmania. Australia.
Oh, do you know Brother Rock?
I do. He entertains me on me ferry boat.
He really is a good ferry boat entertainer.
Oh, he's great. I was off there
Welcome.
myself.
I mean, his opening song is the one I love. It goes, "Welcome, welcome to the ferry boat. Welcome, welcome to the ferry boat. I got things that you might like this flashlight."
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Tom,
Yeah, before he was out there and entertaining me on me ferry boat, I was just ferrying people across the old body of water there, and I had no entertainment. The people were bored. The ferry business slumped.
I am a robot.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
I think he's got it.
Thanks for joining us on Speech Therapist with a Cow, where we teach a cow to speak in little limericks periodically.
Oh,
And,
God.
He's getting so close, folks. He's getting so close.
Folks, I just want to talk to you about a time in my life that wasn't pretty. And I'm talking about the time where I was served a hard-boiled egg with a roach inside it.
Ugh. Not pretty.
Hey, everybody. You know, a lot of you probably think, wow, how much time do they spend on this podcast? Like, how much time, what kind of prep goes into
Yeah.
Apocalypse Soon? And I think you could tell none.
Yeah.
Zero.
Very little. I had a couple of thoughts about it on the way over here, and that was,
That's a lot to
that's
do.
maximum effort.
Folks, what we're going to do is we're going to do a call-in, and we're going to see how many people want it shut down and how many people want to keep it on. Let's see what the first call. We got a call already.
Oh, wow.
Hello. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Medicare. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, folks. That was a health call, but remember, call in, and we will, with your votes, determine whether or not we're going to end the podcast.
That's right. That is right. We do this every week. We're always ready to go. We always got a line. Somebody.
We
going
do
on.
this every week, but right before it, we shoot ourselves up with the speedball.
Yeah, you got to do it, man. I love it. Yeah, that's why I love that book so much. It's so dang good. Oh my God. Well, folks, if you enjoy Apocalypse Soon, go over to patreon.com if you want to see more of this podcast and search Eddie Pepitone or Apocalypse Soon. And go over to youtube.com where I put up clips and individualized playlists with just driving in the rain or just guided meditation or things like that. And then I put out clips every week there. And go to eddiepepitone.com if you want to see Eddie live in person. You can touch him. You can feel him. You know, it's a different experience and you need to benefit from it. So go over and check it out.
Thank you for watching Apocalypse Soon, a podcast with no upside.